What's up? Hello. Welcome to Movie Club 2023. Holy shit, this is our first movie club and I already dropped a curse. I didn't realize it. Took me a second to realize that it's our first movie club of 2023. Feels like it's been like 6 months. Hi, welcome. Hello. I'm Ralph Tedesco. I'll be your host, I guess, tonight. We lost Noah last minute. Noah could not join us. I don't think he watched the movie. I feel like he didn't do his homework. And then he bailed with some excuse. So that's fine. Sarah's filling in for Noah, which I just found out about as well. Sarah, who just joined Zenescope recently. So you guys will get to meet Sarah. And then all the regulars. So let's just bring everybody on. Let's bring on Marilyn. Marilyn!
Hi!
Hello.
How are you?
Well, I haven't seen you in ages.
I know. Happy New Year, because I didn't see you at last month's.
Love. I hope everybody gets this joke by now, but who knows? Welcome back. It's good to see your face, your glowing face.
Thank you.
Are you in Los Angeles?
Yes, I am in LA because I am laid up after foot surgery.
Oh, right. I hope you're feeling. I hope you're feling better.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't really been painful, to be honest. I just can't walk on it. So.
That's fine. I'd rather do that than the pain. So
yeah, no, it's like I only had maybe about an hour of pain 3 days after surgery, but it's all good.
All good. It's all good. Let's see what Brian's doing. See what he's up to. Brian O'Halloran, everybody.
Happy New Year, Movie Club. Good to see everybody. We just so you know, we should retire that and come up with a new one.
We should, but it's so much fun. This for those.
By the way,
this is from Krystle's favorite movie ever, Barbarella. So love. We will come up with a new one. Maybe after tonight, we can come up with a new greeting. How's that feel? Okay.
That's good.
Let's bring on Casey. I mean, there's a Casey waiting patiently back there with her huge headphones. Casey,
hello. Peace. It's the new one.
That's not very new. It's not very new. Hello, Casey. Let's see. I haven't talked to Krystle in a while. Let's bring Krystle on. Krystle, welcome. She'll never retire that.
No, she won't.
Let's also introduce Sarah to everybody who joined us last minute. Sarah, thank you for joining us. Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Nice to meet you. Thanks
Welcome
for having me.
Love, Sarah.
Love. Okay, and last but not least, the talented and beautiful Sun Khamunaki. Hello.
Hi.
Peace and love. I'll do you one.
There you go.
I like it.
Welcome, everyone. It's a new year. It's a new theme. I feel like we've gotten a little bit of flack for this choice in movies.
Really?
But yeah, so a couple of people made some comments like it's not a deep dive.
What?
You know. Yeah, I feel like.
I agree.
Listen, there's a theme to the year. There's a theme, and we wanted to lead out with a good film because I was sick of watching bad films. How's that?
I agree.
Marilyn and I are definitely on the same page. Everybody's throwing out fives for every other movie. Okay, so our first movie of the year is John Wick. Yes. How does everybody feel about John Wick?
Hey, Rad.
Has anybody not seen John Wick before?
Oh, look. Nothing's changed.
Really, Brian? You hadn't seen it?
Yeah, no. And I literally had it in the house. I literally watched. Diane was given this disc a while, like years ago, and I just never got around to watching it. It's funny because I've watched the writers, this production company, other movies like Nobody, another great film that's incredibly similar to this film, actually. It is. going back to this, I was like, oh, I could see what all the hubbub's about. I enjoyed it.
Have you seen the other John Wicks?
No, why would I watch other John Wicks without seeing the first John Wick?
Some people do that,
That's like starting with Two Towers for the Lord of the Rings and then going, what's up with this ring thing? What? No.
But don't forget, there are many people who have seen Clerks 2 and Clerks 3 and not seen Clerks 1. So
it's pretty simple to catch up to two idiots behind a counter who are having issues with life. It doesn't matter when you jump in.
I feel like there's a have to. We almost had Derek on, the screenwriter. We were going to get who wrote Nobody and who wrote this and the other John Wick, but he could not, alas, join us. I was very excited.
Why didn't you try to get Keanu?
Yeah. Come on,
I should have. And he owes me a favor, and I should have tried to try on. That's my bad. He's like the nicest guy in Hollywood. He may not turn me down. So Casey never saw this before. Casey, were you expect? Did you know anything about the movie going in? Did you?
No, I mean, I expected it to be Keanu Reeves with a lot of guns and shooting people, and it's exactly what I got. So,
How come that wasn't on a bus ad? Casey says Keanu Reeves with a lot of guns and whatnot.
Honestly, no one would be disappointed because it's exactly what we get. Like it's
truth in advertising right there.
It was called it's gun fu is what they
Gun fu.
Gun fu they call it.
I like it.
So I guess like we could dive right into cast and thoughts on casting. I know some people are not big Keanu fans.
William Dafoe was amazing.
William Dafoe was in this. I forgot he was in this one actually because I haven't watched the first one in a while.
Same.
It's not a stellar cast.
It really does.
Yeah, Ian McShane, another big time actor. You got the guy who was the kind of a bit of a douche in the Game of Thrones series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shockingly.
He's Alfie Allen, and he plays the exact same character.
Right, he's a douche.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, in Game of Thrones,
he's the failed son.
I mean, in Game of Thrones, he has some redemption, I guess.
Okay, I just want to say that Lance Reddick took this movie from me. Like Lance Reddick he's the black guy at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who works at the hotel. I feel like every scene with him just it made me really happy for some reason. So I feel like he deserves credit for this film big time for me.
He's such a good actor.
He's good. He's one of those character actors that is everywhere that doesn't get a lot of credit. I think is this the first movie since The Matrix that Keanu and Lawrence Fishburne were reunited?
Oh, maybe.
Ooh. I think so.
Where was Lawrence in this movie?
He's in the second one.
He's in the second one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting
Spoiler.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I watched all three this week.
Ah.
I got them a little mixed up.
That was not the assignment.
I know. Well, I got the first one. I was like, I got to rewatch the second and third. It's a great movie. Okay, so forget Lawrence, but he's in the second.
Stick to the topic.
And then Dean Winters he's Mayhem in all the Mayhem commercials, and I love seeing him. He's also in Law and Order. I have seen every Law and Order episode twice. Love Law and Order.
I've never watched a full episode of Law and Order.
They're like 30
he
or
was
40
one
seasons.
of two of the actors that was immediately hired from auditioning.
Who? William Dean Winters?
What is that?
Law and Order.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, usually when they figure out the end of the case.
That's just any commercial break also.
Wait, who's doing the doo-doo?
I hope.
Is it Brian? Is it Ralph?
I know. I think it's like Beetlejuice.
I think it's just
Law and Order enough.
I think it just happened. We don't have any bearing over it. It just happens.
And the girl that plays Miss Perkins, she's been in a bunch of stuff too. I don't remember her name, but she's gorgeous. So beautiful. Such a good assassin.
The girl who
Adrian
plays
Palicki.
Miss Perkins.
Wasn't she Wonder Woman in that TV show that got canceled? No.
I think
Oh,
I remember
wait.
her.
Maybe?
I think I remember on IMDb saying that she
Yes,
did.
that's Adrian Palicki. She's actually she was in Friday Night Lights, and then she was on.
That's where I know her from.
She's on that space show with.
The Orville.
Yeah,
That's her.
and her
Shut-
brother, I know
Shut up.
from. He's a comic book writer. Actually, he might actually write some Zenescope comics down the road. But yeah, her brother's
Oh
a
my
big
god,
comic.
that's Kelly from
And
the
I-
Orville. Yeah, she is.
Yeah. She's great, and I didn't realize that was her because I'm a big fan of Friday Night Lights, and she ends up dating what's his name in the show. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
So that's unimportant. Unimportant side track.
All right,
Um,
who cried like a little girl? Which is okay. I probably shouldn't say that. I feel like that's sexist. But who cried like really hard at the
Like a
beginning?
child.
I'm the only one who cried.
No, I
Yeah.
cried too.
Yeah.
When the
I-
dog died?
Oh, you cried.
But I didn't cry, but it was, it was sad.
Nobody likes the dog dying.
I didn't cry. If anything, I felt exactly like Keanu, fucking rage-filled. I was like, "What? Not the dog?
No,
Oh,
before
I'm killing everyone!"
Oh,
No,
before that?
when he got the dog.
Oh, when he got the
Oh.
dog?
Oh.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that was
cry when
cute
he got
too.
the dog, no, but I was happy for him.
I mean,
Dude, I smothered
well,
my dog
see-
during that scene.
I
mean,
didn't like the
had
dog dying.
I had seen it once before, but I think honestly, the last time I saw it was when it came out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I knew what was happening. I couldn't remember everything exactly, but so I knew to expect that.
Yeah, I knew to expect. I didn't like it, but it's the crux for the entire trilogy. So
Yeah.
I
somebody's gotta
remember
do
the
it.
dog being killed. I remember that part, but I forgot like how he got the dog. And
Mhm.
honestly, I
wife.
wish they had like 5 more or 2 more minutes with like the bonding of him and the dog. Like I feel like
Yeah. A little bit more dog bonding. Then you'd be sad about the dog the whole movie.
yes, correct.
I feel like the whole beginning was like that too. Like they didn't really show like him and his wife that much either. Like I don't know. I just didn't really feel like there was enough of the beginning to like start to actually feel for John Wick. It almost felt like I had to stop myself and see if I was watching number 2 at the beginning because I felt like there was so much missing just like character development wise.
Yes.
And I mean, if the point of the movie is to watch Keanu Reeves shoot things, like that's fine. Then that's what it is, and it's great. But like, I don't know. For me, it was like there was very little character development for me to like really feel invested in his storyline.
I
feel
agree.
like I feel like they did that in only or relied upon the fact of all the flashbacks to do that, and as well as having her leave the cute ass puppy and showing the fact that it's like he leaves her bracelet on the side table of the bed and puts the dog's collar there as well after the dog gets killed. And just there's little subtle things. And when I kind of went back into the details, it's like there's a lot in that details of things that they kind of put in there that I don't think the general public is going to pick up on.
Mhm.
So they were just kind of leaving little coins here and there and hoping other people would kind of connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
mean-
wanted more flashback scenes of why he left the business to begin with.
Mhm.
Like they
Yeah.
all talked about it, but all right, well, what did he do? Did he do the wrong guy, or what the fuck?
No,
Did he shoot a
I think
I mean, it felt a lot like they borrowed from what's the Clint Eastwood movie, Unforgiven? Like the remember the plot of that is like he meets like this great woman who pulls him out of his killing ways, and he wants to go be with her. That's how I understood it.
And I got that too. And I think they even mention it to a degree.
They do. And like, you get it. You understand it. You can relate to it. But I just feel like you would be like just a little more vested with it all and more emotionally connected to the film if you had kind of fallen in love with the wife and the dog just like 2 to 3 more minutes. Like,
exactly.
That's it.
They should have had a full scene of the dog and him playing fetch.
Yeah, like the thing is to me is like he had the dog for like 2 or 3 days, and like
he had him for like a night. I think he had like one night,
2 nights. But yeah, it was just like, I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I was like, yes, I get that. Like it was the last gift from your wife, which is touching and heartbreaking. But I feel like, you know, if you lose your dog after 2 or 3 days of having them, and then or after like that bond is set, then you feel more. That's all. So.
True.
I loved the coins though. The coins were so cool. Like the gold tokens.
Yeah, I like the mythology building of the whole series is interesting. Like if you watch 2 and 3, not to delve into 2 and 3, but like the whole hotel and the rules at the hotel. And there's a lot. It's very heightened, right? Like it's a very like you know, all these like killers staying at the same, all the assassins who stay at the same hotel, and like
I just want access to that cleaning service.
Yeah, that'd be for the murder.
It gives dinner reservations a new meaning.
Right.
The cleaner was actually played by David Patrick Kelly, who's another great character actor and was in The Crow.
Right.
Oh,
that's right.
Season,
one of our last season's movies.
That was David Patrick Kelly. Interesting.
Yeah. What were some of y'all's favorite parts of the movie?
Definitely.
I mean, the club scene. Yeah, the club was definitely.
Yeah.
Club scene, the whole thing.
Like with him walking and just like lights behind him flashing.
Yeah, there was one part where John Wick was walking and he had like the spiral background from the club, and that I think that was like my favorite shot, definitely, of the whole movie.
Yeah, the cinematography.
I have a lot of favorite parts here and there.
Tell us some. What are some of them, Marilyn?
Well, when the guy Yosef goes to the body shop, and John Leguizamo's character, I forgot his name right now, sees the car, and he's like, he knows. It's like, oh, we're in for a shit storm. And then when Vigo is talking to his son as to why that was a mistake, and the fact that it's like, you know, the boogeyman? Well, this is the guy you hired to kill the boogeyman.
Right.
and it's there's like an and I found this out through the details where they kind of did an homage to Keanu's "Whoa," where Vigo says "Oh," and the son, when he's told about who John Wick is, and he's like, "Oh," but it doesn't stop the idiot Yosef from thinking that it's like, I don't care who he is, I can take care of him, because he thinks he's all that just because he's the mob's son.
Right.
So those are a couple.
I love the very first scene when they come to his house. When I remember watching it the first time, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is a fucking great action set!" Like,
especially when the cop comes and he's just like, "You all right?"
Yeah.
Yes, that's another favorite scene, because it's a guy who's like, it's like, you working again? No, just taking care of some things.
Right.
Okay.
And it's all part of the whole world building, right? Like the whole idea that like this is all normal behind like happens around them, which gets bigger as the movies go on. But this was like the first glimpse into it. I had never seen action like this done like this before. I don't think.
It's big in Asia. It's big in like, Asian cop kind of movies, that fast paced type of, like they said, gung fu, which I always enjoy. So huge credit to the stunt coordinators here and all the other stunt men and stunt actors and actresses and stuff like that who pulled off not only just martial arts, but weapons. And then special shout out to all the special effects people who then had to add in all the blood splatter and the gun holes and the, in such a fast moving action scene. So I really enjoyed it in that sense. I thought there was nothing in the whole movie that I thought, come on, that could never happen. Like it all seemed physically, like the physics of it, the whole of it could actually happen.
Yeah, as ridiculous as it was, it felt real. It felt just grounded enough that you could buy it. Like
I just kept thinking about like being able to walk, like him being able to have full range of movement towards the middle and end of the film when he's like gushing and
he got thrown off the balcony in the
he had the magic pills, man, from the doctor. He had the magic pills. He says you'll have full function, but eventually your stitches will fall out. And,
Magic pills. That's right. I also loved the bathtub scene in that club. Like, I've never been to a club like that. That looked amazing.
Bathtub club.
Yes, that was the most disbelievable thing about the whole thing.
Yeah,
cool basement of a nightclub that people would want to go to. I'd be like, no. Rooftop pool, all for it. Basement fucking bathhouse, no.
I'm in.
The waitresses were so pretty. Like, I would go.
I guarantee you that bottle service was like $1,000 because it was brought to you in a bikini.
I bet it's more.
And in heels, no less.
Right?
Yeah, like more. Regular bottle service is like $1,000.
Easily.
Keanu did like 4 months, 8-hour days of training, and at a certain point, like whoever was training him was like, he's better than us.
My buddy
all that matrix training.
My buddy was a stunt double in The Replacements, and that was in 1990. What year was The Replacements? 98, 99? It's a football movie.
Football movie, yeah.
And I remember my buddy would tell me like he can't, like, A, nicest guy, B, like his body was breaking down back then. Like he was like, I have so many injuries from different shit, and that was like 25 years ago. Or, well, I guess this movie was filmed in what, 2014?
14.
I can't imagine him in like what he had to go through physically if his body was already kind of hurting in 98 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I agree with Michael. Can we get that Michael's comment back on there real quick?
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah. Very true, Michael. Seeing that was just like amazing. And I think I saw the second one like when it came out. I don't think I saw the third one, but like how long does he have the dog for? Is it for 2 and 3? That same dog that he gets from the pound at the end?
Oh yeah, he just has the dog then for
forever. Okay.
For the last 2. They don't kill any more dogs.
Good.
And the third one,
he trains it to maul people's faces off, right?
I think in the third one, Halle Berry teams up. She has a dog, and the dog gets shot, but he has a dog-proof doggy vest on, and he doesn't.
Thanks for.
I think your favorite character takes over, and
I didn't want you to worry about the dog getting killed. Sorry.
Say that again, son.
Your favorite character actually takes the dog for a while.
Oh, yeah.
The black guy?
Sorry, I forget his name.
The black guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he's working at the hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, the hotel manager.
Hotel manager guy.
I think he takes over for the care of the I think it's
Lance
a pit bull.
Reddick.
Was it a pit bull?
Yes, Lance
Reddick.
It looked like a pit bull. But But my thinking is, it's like, okay, wait a minute. It's like he breaks into this veterinarian office. I don't know, and he just takes the dog.
Well,
I'm like, maybe that dog belongs to somebody.
Now he belongs to him. He's John Wick.
I just want a hotel to recompense me if there's ever something wrong at my room with a brand new fucking car too. That's all I gotta say. I was just like, and secondly, what happened to the classic SS Chevelle that he pulled in with? Where's the valet with the old car? What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I
he
feel
went
like
through a lot of
one
shit.
gets broken too. Yeah.
That girl came in and tried to kill him in a hotel you're specifically not supposed to kill in.
But it was vulnerable, and it was probably the only time she could get him is in his underwear and unaware.
I mean,
Underwear and unaware.
It was a little silly that she ignored the rules so blatantly, knowing what would probably happen to her.
And you know what happens
when you, so
yeah, you know what happens when you break the rules. Of course, everybody knows.
Justice.
Justice, sir.
Any least favorite parts? Or go ahead, Casey.
Okay. How is this supposed to be pronounced? Because Zenescope says Baba Yaga, but they say like Baba Yaga, and I was like,
well, he has an accent.
I guess, but I wanted to know.
It's Baba Yaga.
Yaga?
We have a Baba Yaga. That's how we say it.
Okay.
Our Baba Yaga is different than
You know, it's like I had to really look at that twice because if you look at it very quick, it's almost
Baby
like,
Yoda.
Hey, there's a difference. He might have been from Boston, where it's Baba Yaga. Hey, this movie advertise here, Baba Yaga.
How do you like them apples?
He's wicked. How would you like them apples, Baba Yaga?
I did not like the end. I didn't like the last fight scene with the old man. Like, it was just such a letdown.
What
like,
the fuck is it with, the fact that Keanu has to fight the boss guy in the rain? All right, I saw it in The Matrix. I don't need to see it again.
Like, yeah, that was like the biggest problem for me, was like, he's like clearly gonna kick the shit out of this old guy.
Right, which is why
there's no real threat to him. And they're like acting like now this old guy's a bad. They don't even show him being a bad. Like, at least like in like Gladiator, if you remember the movie Gladiator, which we should have put in movie club. They show like Joaquin Phoenix in the beginning, kind of a badass. Like, he's sword fighting all these guys to practice sword fighting. So at the end, you think, okay, this might be a good fight. But not a good fight, but you think that might happen. This guy had he's just some old guy who was going to fight Keanu Reeves and just murdered 400 people. It's craziness.
He's pretty battered up by that time too. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this dude would not be able to walk. Like, have any of you guys been injured?
Well,
I've been injured. And like,
aside from that.
Well, okay, so there was the part where they hit Keanu with the car and he gets knocked unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how that hit couldn't have killed him. But also, knowing
or the fall from the club.
Well, that was even more from more than a fall from the club. But knowing how much of a killer that John Wick is, wouldn't you just kill him right there anyway?
They'll assume it all when you plan.
Yeah, it was the classic plot hole of like the bad guy, and the bad guy walks away, go kill him, and then he leaves. It's kind of like,
yeah, it's dumb.
It's dumb, but like, I guess they had to get to that scene somehow. So it was like,
But and how do you walk away from being hit from that car that hard?
If you get knocked out. If you get knocked out in any, like somebody was saying this, like if you are hit hard enough to ever get knocked out, you're not going to just like wake up and be okay.
Or wake up and be a badass.
Yeah, you're going to probably be hurt, like messed up for a long time.
I said it earlier. I'll say it again. The magic pills.
The magic.
Then you'll have full motion and everything.
Did he take the red pill or the
It's plot
blue
armor.
pill?
I need these magic.
What are you gonna
pills. So that anybody else have a least favorite part of the movie, or a favorite? I don't know if we went through everybody's favorite.
I think all of our favorite part was the club scene.
Yeah.
Did anyone have something other than the club scene?
My favorite was still the first scene where they come to the house. I don't know why.
Yeah, that to establish the world. It definitely to see what was going on. I thought that was
you're like, oh, okay, this is okay. Now we're starting. Now we're going.
And the cops are on his side, like, oh, you just cleaning up our mess? Sure, go ahead.
Any other least favorite scenes?
It's
just the dog scene. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
It was tough. I don't like the dog scene either. It's very difficult to watch.
It's
as much as that. Good.
It's a very sad scene, but also, so supposedly the actor who had to kill the dog would, in between takes, go and cuddle with the dog because he felt so bad.
Oh, yeah.
That was so cute.
Yeah, that
As
was
much
a
as-
scene. Go ahead, Brian.
Go ahead, Brian.
Sorry, I was just to say, as much as she was a badass in the movie, the other assassin who they hired to turn on John Wick, there wasn't much of her in a backstory that made it like, ooh, not her again. Oh no. Where it was just like, okay, she's dead.
And it was fairly a short movie. Like they could have added like an extra 8 to 10 minutes to do a lot of character development, I think, or slightly less killing and still have a damn good movie.
I wonder if they edited a lot of that out.
They did. I didn't write down how much, but yeah, they did.
Yeah. I get kind of like bored with when there's a movie where it's just a constant fight scene throughout the entire thing. And I have to have some dialogue. And I felt like it was good, but for me personally, I felt like it lacked a little dialogue.
Or
So-
Jane Fonda in a skimpy outfit.
So I recommend then the same kind of genre film with that backgroundy thing more, better character development. Go see Nobody.
I like
same
Nobody.
people.
Yeah, Nobody's really
Great
good.
movie.
Nobody is really well written as well, but more. I think they learned
And
they
it's
learned
better call.
what they got from John Wick and then did much better with Nobody.
When did that Nobody come out?
A couple years ago.
2 years
Yeah.
ago.
It was good. It's good.
And well, the thing also with all the John Wick films, it's like it's not very dialogue heavy, and
No.
the last one more so.
Yeah, I assumed.
Here's another selling point, Krystle. You have none other than the incomparable Christopher Lloyd in it.
Oh no, and Nobody?
Yeah.
Oh, I
His
love
character is a
Christopher.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonus movie
Just
this
for
year
that
is Nobody. Bonus movie club. Nobody.
Okay.
No, really good movie. I actually thought for a while it was just I'm like, what, they ripped off John Wick and just made it with like a guy like, and then I was like, oh, it's the same fucking guys who did John.
Oh, it's the same people who created
Yeah.
John Wick who did it?
It's exactly it. Yeah.
I
Oh,
was just like,
hilarious. Okay. Okay.
It's like they had a group like us tell them after the John Wick movies, you know what you should do better?
Yeah.
And
More
then they
dialogue.
a little bit more,
did
little
need
more.
more background.
Yeah, like I
Because
love
the guy's family is all involved
The
in the
problem
movie,
with Nobody is they killed 2 dogs in it. I'm just kidding.
they blew up a shelter.
No
Oh,
dogs
God.
die in Nobody.
God.
Relax. It's okay.
because like I love Marvel and DC and action-packed movies, but if it's just fighting with like no story, then I don't know why my brain like shuts down and I fall asleep. Like, is that normal?
No.
Well, there have to be
Not
stories.
normal.
You have to be engaged to care about why the main
I was
character
very
is killing
engaged.
herself.
Exactly,
Let me
Sarah. Like
ask
if
you.
I don't care about it, I'm like,
Yeah.
If it's
I
a
want
movie,
to kill the guy who killed the dog. Sorry.
if
Mike.
it's a movie of nothing but fighting and they're naked, do you pay attention?
no, maybe. It depends.
If it was Barbarella starring in John Wick.
Okay, there was so much more than fighting. They had the orgasm machine. Like, can we not forget that? That is the best scene in any film.
John Wick had an
all
orgasm
time.
machine. Would it be better?
Probably.
Well, just so you know, there's 6 of these scripts written. So They have
Oh,
they
there are
they could be
6?
listening right now
I
and
hope
going,
they're
"You know,
listening.
Dad?"
Get more
By the way,
dialogue.
Well, I think
was,
the 4th one comes out this year.
this
Comes
one
out
was
in March.
produced by Eva Longoria was the producer of this.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Well, as far as I understand, it
Wait,
was the
Desperate
stunt
Housewives?
coordinator.
Longoria?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Desperate. Yep.
I think
Well,
it was the
yeah,
stunt
it says so on there, but
coordinating.
the directors never met her.
Yeah, I don't know if she was like an actual like on hands producer.
Money. That's all it needs to produce. Just need to have the money.
Oh,
It was like the stunt coordinators from one of Keanu's other movies all decided to make this movie, as far as I understand it. I don't remember the whole details, but these guys came from stunt coordinating backgrounds.
and I'm
Right.
really like, I think the movie's like good as a whole. Like, but again, like I watched it when it first came out, I guess in 2014. Holy crap. I saw this movie in theaters. I'm old. And so, but yeah, I haven't cared to go back and rewatch it. Like I get all the
I like how you said you were old because you saw a movie in theaters 8 years ago. Like we're all under 8.
I was gonna say, it's like
it made me feel old when I looked it up
I saw this
today
in the
and
theater
realized
9.
how long it had been because I was told that it was like 5 years old. It's
I would not have legally been able to watch it in
Casey
theaters.
wasn't born yet. Casey's the only one who wasn't born yet when this movie came out.
I just didn't realize how old John Wick had become. Like, it just didn't seem that old to me. And then when I looked it up, I was like, 2014. Holy crap! Like, so I kind of wanted to like figure out how old I was when I watched it because I was like, what was the mindset of me like when I first saw this? Like, how have I changed as a person? Why didn't I care to watch the second and third one? I was just curious.
Now you remember why. Not
Somebody's
emotionally.
phone is buzzing.
I think it was a dog. I think it was the dog that made me,
Dog
like,
and not emotionally invest. See, I thought the dog would emotionally invest you through the whole movie. Like, fucking, I want to kill this guy. Now he does kill the son. What?
which is
pretty much
warranted.
midway through, right? So like he gets back at everybody who killed the dog pretty much halfway through the movie.
Okay, time out. Is this warranted? Are those deaths warranted? Like, as we as a culture,
Yes.
are we gonna say yes?
Yes.
As
kill them.
we as a culture are gonna be like, yes, like we should murder people for killing a dog.
Let me see. Russian mobsters who are using a church to store all their ill-gotten gains and
Right.
money laundering, shakedowns of neighborhood grocers, probably illicit drug action,
Murder the priest.
prostitution,
I was like, probably prostitution. Added to the
murdering a priest in front of the church. Yeah, we should
I'm
let
pretty
them
sure it
go.
wasn't a real priest, but
They didn't deserve it.
yeah.
But let's not forget John Wick's a murderer. Like he's an assassin. He was at one point a bad guy.
See, like that's the movie I would like to watch. Like I would want to watch like a prequel.
That's
All
what I was thinking the whole time. It's like I want a prequel to
John
this.
Wick prequel,
Yeah,
they-
I want the prequel, man.
Believe me, they'll
like,
probably put it out there.
You want to see the meet cute when John Wick met his wife, the woman who tempted him away from a life of crime?
Yeah, it sounds really boring. That'll be knock knock. You gotta just watch that.
Kind of funny though if they end up doing like a prequel that's a rom-com.
that'd be amazing.
Honestly, I love
But it,
that.
it would have to have like
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
it
murder
would
in
pull in
it.
quite the same. It wouldn't pull in quite the same demo, but I would probably see it.
And by the way, I totally think those murders are warranted as well. But when I said it out loud, I felt like I would get shamed. So I wanted to ask to make sure everyone else said it also.
I didn't feel guilty. I wasn't really
here's the
worried
thing.
about it.
According to that, in the details, it's like that's kind of based upon a Navy SEAL's story, who had a yellow lab named Daisy that was killed by part of the team, and he chased them until the police apprehended them. But had he caught them, he probably would have killed them. But he didn't, because at that point he felt like he's already killed enough people.
Oh, I thought this was based on John McAfee.
John Mack.
Really?
John
No
McAfee?
one? No one.
That is the internet security software that is foisted on you every time you buy a new
Yeah.
product.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy who eventually then lives on a separate Caribbean island, and then he killed his neighbor because his neighbor was no, I know nothing about that story.
It was in the details.
Casey, you've heard that story, right? John McAfee, like
I know.
Okay. Because I was like, what happened first, Wick or McAfee? The dog, McAfee's dogs. Did John Wick come out and then McAfee killed his neighbor?
That's a good question.
I don't remember.
I gotta read up on John McAfee. I don't know what's going on there.
Didn't it all come out like years later?
Yeah, Ralph, just to fill you in, Brian did, but McAfee's lived on this island and his neighbors killed his dogs for like noise complaints, and McAfee literally just went over there and killed them. And then he fled the country, and he's never been put away for it. So
he got away with killing people for killing his dogs? Well, good. Don't kill my dogs. Interesting.
Just saying.
But he wasn't.
Or was he? So you're saying was he the inspiration for John Wick, or was he inspired?
Yes.
He might have been inspired.
All right, chat. Which came first? I know Rad's in chat, and Rad is the internet. So Rad, this came out in 2014. Did John McAfee kill his neighbor for killing his dogs? What year? Go. That goes for anyone in chat.
Because he could have been inspired by John Wick, or he was the inspiration for John Wick. So it's one of the two.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I feel like Wick came out first. But yeah.
But that's not mentioned here. It's not mentioned.
It's saying 2012. He became the person of interest.
Yeah, 2012 was the murder.
There you go. And this is where John Wick came from.
he inspired John Wick. Interesting. Any other thoughts on cast, direction? Any thoughts on anything?
I wish we were doing 80s movies. That's it.
And do all 80s movies, Chris. We are doing a couple this year, though.
Not enough.
What was good about this movie was there was never a moment where I looked at my watch. Like, you didn't really have time to look down and go like, "Oh shit," or you never were like, "What? Well, I don't understand what's going on." It was pretty straightforward.
Straightforward. Yeah, not a lot of twists and turns. Yeah.
Which, in a way, I kind of missed in a movie like this. I thought there would be some sort of kind of twist to it,
right?
Which I was waiting. I was waiting for the Defoe character to be the twist at some point.
Right.
I mean, I felt to some degree he was, because
he might kill him.
Well, he said to the guy, to Vigo, that's like, okay, I'll kill him for $2 million. He didn't exactly say that, but that's what it led you to imply.
Well, no, he said consider it done or something.
Yeah,
like that.
He said consider it done.
Right, and here I'm thinking it's like, oh well, you know what? You can't really count on anybody in that industry to be your best friend because they're all crooks. So they're going to screw you one way or the other. But he was there to make sure that nobody did kill Wick.
He saved his life. So
that's
after he didn't get killed by the car. Yes.
And then this is another movie that Defoe backstabs people. Like he did it in this movie. He did it in Platoon. He did it in a whole bunch of other movies.
Yeah, it's like his character.
He gets backstabbed actually.
Yeah. He did it in the movie. Wait, what other movie?
He did it in Spider-Man as the Green Goblin.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, Chris Sampson.
Shady enough. Yes, we miss you. What's
up? Chris, I'm gonna venture to say Chris gave this a 5.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Oh yeah, I'm so curious to see what everyone's gonna give it.
Yeah, we should get to ratings. I think Casey has a thing that she wants to play too, so we have to get to ratings.
But we can do it after ratings.
We got to get to cover reveal.
Yeah, we can do it after.
7 out of 5, Chris Sampson gives it. There's no such score, Chris. That's why you can't get everything a 5.
Well, I'm glad. First of all, I'm glad Casey was able to join us from church. I know she's whispering.
It's Keanu.
Let's see.
It's Keanu, Buddy Christ.
Yeah, it got really badly cropped, but at least he has his gun.
Oh my god, he's holding a gun. That's
sacrilegious.
Right.
Sorry, Mom.
Relax.
Saving lives.
Okay, so Let's go scores. Let's start scores. Unless should we do Zenescope? Are you gonna do does your presentation have to do with Zenescope?
Brand new year, so I haven't made any charts for this year. So
do we do
there's nothing to make.
First?
We don't have any scores. So
scores
do we want to do the presentation?
Yeah.
Do we want to do the presentation now, or I feel like let's do the scores first. Okay.
Okay, scores first. Who wants
scores
to start?
first? Then we'll go to the presentation.
Come on, Sarah. You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. For me, this is a really solid movie. I'm going like 4.5.
Ooh.
It's everything I want in an action movie.
So 4.25?
4.25, sure.
Okay. That's how you feel. Don't let me give you the score. It's 4.25. Sarah says yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. New. That's a good score. Anybody else?
5
Casey.
pencils. 5
All right,
pencils.
son. 5.
5 pencils.
5
5 pencils. Yes, that was such a good line.
5 out of 5 pencils.
And this actually extends to all the sequels because this whole franchise is amazing.
Son, I didn't expect that. You didn't say a lot about it, so I was curious what you're.
Yeah, I'm just really tired. I don't know if you can tell by this, but yeah, no, this movie is awesome.
Son, how
The
excited
whole
are
world
you
is
for the new one?
Is super excited. I'm gonna be front row.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's
Yeah.
got Bill
Is there a new
Skarsgård.
one coming out?
Does it have Scar?
It has Skarsgård. Yeah.
So exciting.
Casey.
Um.
I know what to score it. I know.
It's a 2 point. I'm really deciding right now what the point is. The decimal point is.
A 2 point. Use your word.
75. 2.75. We'll give it that.
What?
2.75. Interesting.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I think.
I don't know. Anyway, Marilyn.
I don't even get a choice. You know what? Wait. Can I say one thing about it?
Of course.
Okay.
Come on,
This movie would have been a 5 if it was Cillian Murphy.
What?
I'm sorry. If it was Cillian
Wait.
Murphy.
You bumped it down because it's
Cillian
Keanu?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Keanu fan. I want to be.
You think Cillian Murphy could do the stunts that Keanu did in this role?
Yeah,
I like
it.
Van Casey. Kristen.
I'm sorry.
You've been drinking. Okay, Marilyn.
Okay, so as I mentioned, I think I've only seen it once before, the original, and I've seen the sequels and loved all the sequels. But so I don't usually watch movies again, but I don't know why I hadn't watched that one again. But I don't think that I liked it as much as I liked it now, and I think it's because I'm in a different time in my life or whatever. I'm not going to give it a 5, and only because of logistical things that I always kind of harp on with movies, and I know that they're just my hangups. But I'm going to give it 4.5 because I do enjoy Keanu and the Wicks and all that kind of stuff.
Good score. Who's next?
My biggest hater.
I'll do it. I'll give this, and only for these reasons. Like Ralph had mentioned as well, the boss scene at the end, just it could have been built up a little better. It's very simplistic, the plot. It's nothing too crazy. What was incredibly complicated was obviously the stunt coordinating and all the gung fu stuff. I think Keanu does a stellar job. I think everybody in their roles, no one dropped the ball when it came to the acting part of it. I think everybody fulfilled the roles that they needed. Cinematography, really great. The spiral scenes, everything else, the club scene, all that was really great. But just because of some of the writing could have been a little punchier, I think. No pun intended. I'm going to give this a solid 4. This will be a 4.
Okay.
All right, people are gonna freaking hate me.
What?
All right, because it's not an 80s movie. It's
Oh God,
already a
get
4.
over it.
Already a 4. If this was made in the 80s, probably get a 5. It's probably gonna be amazing.
I don't
If
think
this was made in the 80s, it would be groundbreaking.
I know.
This is maybe it would be the
And
best.
it wasn't. Therefore, is it groundbreaking? No.
what is
it's
it?
another superhero movie, action-packed, guns and Keanu, like Casey.
You gave it a 4?
Yes.
But that shouldn't be a factor for ratings, though.
It is. It is.
Okay,
It is. I'm gonna give this movie a 1. I'm just kidding. I will give it a 3.5. I will give it a 3.5. It's good, and
okay, that's a fair score.
Yeah, 3.5. Just because, like, if I'm home on a Friday night, am I gonna go Wick it up? No, I'm not. But would I go?
Did you just say wick it up?
I'm not gonna wick it up.
I'll wick it up.
Wick it up.
I have a funny feeling I'm going to see you with a T-shirt that says that someday. Yo, wick it up.
I'm torn here because I don't give 5s out very often. I don't know if I've done a 5. Have I given a 5? Chris got very nervous. Wake me up inside. Sorry, now I'm reading the comments. I'm just back. I'm torn here because this, like everything Brian said, I think like this isn't the like greatest like storyline ever made, like written, obviously. So like it's not like The Godfather. We just watched The Godfather, so giving it or some kind of like excellent screenplay. But everything else is awesome. Action, the direction, the choreography of the fight scenes, everything brilliantly done. Otherwise, so 4.5, solid 4.5.
I just want to state that like this conversation about this movie was so boring too. Like the movie was slightly boring because it was just guns and
you gave it a 3.5.
I did give it a 3.5, but like people watching this podcast, like this was not an exciting podcast. We were not laughing. We were not having the time of our lives. Like,
did you poll everybody?
Those shitty 80s movies, like those are hilarious, and like that is all I will say.
Well, you're gonna get some. Don't worry, you'll get some shitty 80s
movies. I love shitty 80s movies. It's like what I live for.
There's gonna be some shitty 80s movies. Don't worry.
Good.
Well, I don't know if they'll be shitty, but there's gonna be.
Just
80s.
so you know, my scores this year are gonna be so much harder than before.
Thank God.
No nostalgia.
All right.
It's gone.
All right. Are you ready, Casey, for your?
Sounds like someone needs to wick it up.
You're really not wicking it up right now.
Do we want to do the presentation first, or do we want to do the cover? Because I don't want to like.
I don't know what this presentation is, Casey.
Oh my God, fine. Okay. It's the 2020 awards ceremony that I promised.
Oh, it's the. Okay, so why don't we do the covers first?
Okay, can you do it? It's in the thing. I'll get the thing ready. Is it okay?
The thing of a thing.
I'll do it. The thing of the thing. Mark, I hope you're watching and you haven't tuned out because it was too boring for you, according to Krystle. You could drop the cover link.
Okay, wait. I got it. I can do it. Okay.
No, the link.
Totally sampling that audio of her complaining.
All right. Are you guys ready for the cover reveal? Boom!
No.
Yeah.
So I feel
Woo!
Where's the dead dog in the background, though?
I don't have the Z-rated.
No, Brian, no.
Awesome
I love
cover.
the tie.
Let's show it again. Guys, you can get this at the website right now. Mark, hopefully you dropped the link. Are you there?
Okay, that was a good part of the movie where he's like, "How good's your dry cleaner?" And he's like, "Not that good."
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how great this cover is real quick?
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Michael.
Great job.
You guys are awesome.
I love this cover. That's all I'll say. It's Van Helsing, our Van Helsing as John Wick.
Love it.
All right, son, what's your favorite cover that you've done for a movie club?
Grab it at Zenescope.com. I'm gonna hit the.
It would be Edward Scissorhands.
Yep.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands was really awesome.
That's still one of my top.
Can we get a sexy Willem Dafoe? You know,
You gotta get high cheekbones.
All right, here we go. Links in the comments. Boom.
maybe I'll do a Green Goblin. How's that?
Ooh.
Yay.
And
Green
Gremlins.
Goblin.
I love
So
your Gremlins
link.
cover.
I just dropped the link. But grab your cover.
Even
That's
though-
Movie Club.
No, it's not. It's presentation time.
Oh. Year in review.
A year in review. I worked so hard on this.
And that's all the time we have.
No. Okay. So we have the scores. So our favorite movie was Pirates. If we took out Ralph's score, it'd be a 4.46. But
Overrated.
it was
movie.
sadly a 4.29.
Sorry, it was
Unfortunate.
overrated. Not my
My
fault.
least favorite movie, I'm so sorry, Krystle, was
Crystal's
Barbarella.
favorite movie? What?
Yes.
Without Krystle?
I didn't want to put it in, but the fact that it was
I love that Krystle's like, I'm being
1.96.
so hard on these movies this year. And she gave that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And then this is the only like real graph I put in because my other graphs didn't go with the theme. So unfortunately, this is what you get. But we all know the scores.
The colors are beautiful. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
I don't even know what this is. What
I
am
don't know what movie's what.
What is
It's
this
up at
brand?
the top.
It's up at the
This
top.
grab-
It's
oh,
very
jeez.
small.
That's
You
too
and the
much
color
work.
Courtney.
I know.
Let's
I know.
blend it even closer to every
Wow.
other fucking color. What the heck?
The Crow and Gremlins and Jennifer's Body are all the same fucking color.
It's in order, okay? It's in order of movie club. You just have to remember order.
my
Jeez.
Oh my
Next
God.
slide.
Next slide. That slide gets a
I
one.
worked really hard on this.
That slide gets a 1.25.
Okay. So we have a slide for
Oh,
everybody.
Brian, look at you,
Wow.
handsome fellow.
Yes.
So yeah, Brian's favorite movie
Aliens.
was Aliens. He didn't like The Crow.
Least similar taste.
Okay, so son, I have to tell you. So since you weren't here like 3 episodes last time, I think it messed up like all the analytics because like when I calculated like everyone's taste in comparison to the others, I think like because you were missing a few, it messed up. So you're in least similar taste a lot, but like don't think like anything weird about that. I think it's just the analytics.
Well, already your graph's flawed.
It's not flawed.
Average score 3.39. That's a pretty good average score.
Okay.
I love the most traveled part of it.
That's your award.
I was drinking. I was
You did
drinking a
film
beer
in
while
an airport.
people were staring at me at an airport lounge.
I feel like you're piercing a hole through my soul with those eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can feel it.
All right.
We have Marilyn.
Woo! Who's that?
I always liked Marilyn's virtual backgrounds.
Yeah.
I sometimes I'll forget today.
Aliens
Yeah.
and Pirates of the Caribbean were your favorite.
I think they were both 4.5s.
Oh, they're great choices.
Barbarella was everybody's least favorite except for one person.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't my least favorite. I gave it a 1.5.
3.24 seems high for Marilyn.
It's it's funny because I feel like I've had more similar tastes to Ralph than to Noah.
I agree. Thank you.
So Noah also screwed this up because he gave everything a 3. So like mathematically, everyone's went back to Noah. So like Brian's was most similar to Noah. Like everyone's most similar to Noah. Honestly, I shouldn't have even included it, but I said I would.
Okay.
God, Noah is such a star fucker.
Why is everybody's
Wow.
headshots so beautiful?
That
My
is
God.
a really nice picture.
That's an awesome shot.
Oof.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you look like your comics.
Talk about the eyes bringing you
The
in.
reason we're here.
Wow.
Sun is the reason we're here.
It's true.
Reason we're here.
the reason we're all here.
I
The
love
reason,
it.
that's the reason I'm here.
Okay, my actual favorite movie of all is Alien, and I missed it, but that was like probably
Aw.
my favorite.
Oh,
Uh,
you did. That's right.
Good choice.
How do I have least similar taste? No, really?
I know. I like did the math on that like 5 times. It was
This
so
is-
weird. I was like,
This
really?
most similar and least similar seems very full. 3.28. It's a good score.
Mhm.
Good average score.
Everyone's got average scores.
Everybody's got the same average score.
Well, that's because Casey was in the middle. Not
Where's
Casey.
these
Joe
pictures?
was
Why
in
does
the
everybody look so gorgeous?
Yo.
Bless you.
I tried.
Thank you for not using the photo we do in every week or every month with all of us that Brian posts. Brian, I need to send you a new picture. Or Ralph, whoever does those. That's like me in like a white wig in my backyard. It's so bad.
Everybody likes a white wig in the backyard.
I like this one.
Thank you.
Element, Barbarella. Your least favorite was Resident Evil, which
That's
I
true.
would also tend to agree with. Sorry, Marilyn. That's one I know you liked.
Yeah, that's wrong because I feel like Sun and I definitely had a lot in common. Other than
Your average score was 3.83, which seems low for you.
it does seem low. For
I
me.
don't
But
know.
it was the highest of everybody.
I was just going to say,
And
yeah.
gee, how many films were from the 80s? I wonder. We should do an analytic of that. How many 80s movies did we get, Casey?
Resident Evil.
Yeah, because you gave a lot of fives to movies that we didn't like.
I did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Your rating system is very flawed. Next, please. We gotta get through this fucking presentation.
But I worked
Biggest
so hard
hater.
on it.
You know, everybody else has nice things. I like how everybody has nice things said about them, except for me. This is
This is a nice photo. And this is
you know,
before you
I
guys
happen to be
getting
the
it.
person who did this boss. Favorite movie, Aliens. Least favorite species, horrible movie. Everybody, it was shocking. I have the most similar taste as Noah.
Biggest hater. I love it.
Average score 2.77. That sounds right. That's
That's about right, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody else was at least a 3, and you're the only
you
2.
guys are insane. I don't know what you're watching.
Obviously, not enough 80s movies. That's what we're not.
too many 80s movies.
Am I Peter Griffin now?
Casey Brennan.
Oh,
Most fight
Most
scores.
fight scores.
Yep.
Casey, I need to publicly call you out.
For what?
I disagree with you so strongly on Aliens.
I know. I was in
It's the
such a
only
bad
fight we've ever
mood,
had.
though.
We
I was
also
in-
gave John Wick a 2.75.
Maybe I just have terrible taste.
Or
No,
very
I
high
think
standards.
I think you're watching the movies like this photo without your glasses.
Next. All right.
By the way, you look absolutely beautiful. You're beautiful. Not like you don't with the glasses, but you look stunning without them as well.
All right.
Thank you.
I have time for one more. I have to get the heck out of here. No,
Okay.
man. What is
That
that
picture
picture?
is amazing. That's like
Oh
the
my
best
God.
Right?
Everybody had like glamour shots, and then Noah gets this. Now.
He doesn't have any on Facebook.
Everybody had glamour
Gives
shots by
6
Deb, and
threes.
Noah gets like
The
the.
glamour
Oh.
shots by Deb. Yes.
He gave 6 threes last year.
all
That's
right.
insane.
Great
Most
presentation.
most
Is there anything else in this
consistent
presentation?
score, by the way, looks like a topic you'd find in a high school book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're-
Joe made one fucking thing. Okay, this is good.
You know what you should have said? Like
Joe's still
Joe
eating
Russia.
sushi.
Wait,
Yeah,
exactly. I was going to say that. Damn it. Okay.
owner of a sushi business.
Love.
Love.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to movie night, everyone. First one a year. We have Casey's going to be making a presentation every month now.
Awesome job, Casey. Round of
Thank
applause
you.
for Casey in that presentation.
It's been very
Well
nice.
done.
Very nice work. Thanks for listen. Best movie in a while, John Wick. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Next month
Still
is
doesn't live
Drive.
up to those 80s movies, though.
No 80s movie. Drive's not an 80s movie. I guess we shouldn't review it next
I
week.
bet you know if Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it, it'd have gotten a 5.
Whoa. I hope we picked B.
Yes.
I hope we picked B. I can't
Okay,
remember.
Drive
I
will get a
think-
high score for me. This is probably like one of my favorites.
Son, you really went. Wait, go back to that.
You know
look at
why?
B.
Because it's got the 80s
Look
vibe.
at B's butt versus A. We should have went with B.
B. Y'all went with A instead of B.
You got some bounce.
Sorry,
All right.
I like B butt, and I cannot lie.
And it's got the hammer. It's got the hammer
Guys.
to be, right? Wow.
Movie club date. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Hopefully, it's maybe Casey has it up there.
I don't.
It is.
But
It is the
Oh.
23rd of February, which I will be
you go.
flying at that time.
Oh no. Well, maybe we'll move it just for you. We'll see. It's gonna be around the 23rd of February.
I'm gonna put that in my calendar.
No,
so
it's the 22nd. It's the 22nd. We moved it to the 22nd.
Oh, you did move it to the 22nd?
Yes, it's the 22nd of February. I moved
Well,
it for you actually.
Because
Well,
Marilyn,
we'll see you guys.
and I will be there.
We'll see you guys on the 22nd before you go to Pensacon to see Marilyn and Brian.
And then the
Yeah.
following week, I'll be in Michigan.
Look at that.
I won't.
Oh, I'll be in
Yes.
San Antonio this weekend. Sorry, Brian. No.
Krystle will be in San Antonio this weekend for something.
There you go.
Yeah, Super Bit Fest. I'm gonna be there Friday and Saturday, San Antonio downtown. So hey.
Anybody else want to plug anything coming up?
Son, don't you have
We've got a Kickstarter happening right now, guys. Go check it out. Becca,
We have a Kickstarter happening too. We both have Kickstarters. Our
Okay,
stars.
so after you've checked out Ralph's, go check out mine.
Check out Suns now because ours starts tomorrow at 4.
Yeah, ours isn't live yet.
So go to Suns Kickstarter. Then remind yourself to go to Zenescope's Kickstarter that starts tomorrow at 4. Casey, I don't know if you have the link on you because I don't.
Thanks, Chris.
We can drop the link.
I can
We're
try.
doing some another card set. Sun's Kickstarter is already funded. Chris Sampson said he's going to match any funding that you get. So he's going to match dollar for dollar, whatever you make. Thank you, Chris Sampson. Thank you, Chris. I give that a 5 out of 5. Okay. What is this?
I think that was Chris screaming that.
Chris was screaming. Guys, thanks for joining us. He said it's true. Thanks for joining us, and I enjoy you all, and I appreciate you all, and that's all I have to say.
Same.
So, and I appreciate everyone out there watching and putting up with us for the last hour. Love.
Even though this show sucks, I don't even know why people watch it.